If you can't support other sisters who are trying to accomplish what you have accomplished and they are looking at you as an example, I don't care how great your skills are, miss me with that if you don't know how to support other women. What's good, everybody? Listen, I know I missed a little bit of time, but I hope you will forgive me. Last week I had the opportunity to travel with a friend of mine as we got back to some of our regular denominational meetings. Y'all know I am I'm a preacher, I'm an ordained minister, and of course now that we're learning to live in the COVID space, some of our meetings have gone back to meeting in person. So had to travel last week to one of our denominational meetings. A certain amount of churches in a region, which we call a district, meet at a certain place in the summer and in the winter. And so we met this summer for the first time in person in 2 years. Now I have to say, it was really nice being back in person on some level. I was happy to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a while. And it just felt good to be around others because, you know, I like being engaged. I like interpersonal interactions. I am an extreme extrovert. So this being behind closed doors, it's hard, okay? It's really hard for a sister. The highlight, or one of the highlights of my time there, was right before we got ready to leave. We stayed long enough to find out who was being sent where, because our bishop did some appointments that he hadn't done earlier in the year. And one of the great surprises was that my sister in ministry, meaning the person, one of the people that I came into ministry with, she was sent out to her first pastoral appointment. Yay, I'm very excited for her. But what made it exciting is that she was sent to the church that my other girlfriend pastored probably at this point about 10, 12 years ago. And that was her first pastoral assignment. So it was just very exciting. And one of the things I told my girlfriend as we celebrated her first pastoral appointment is, call me. If you need me, call me and I will come. Let me know how I can support you, and I will support you in any way that I can. And why is that important? Because as women in ministry, we know that this is a male-dominated field, and it's not women against men as much as it is we should all support capable and competent women when an opportunity opens up for them. And so I was just really happy to offer my support to her. And it got me to thinking about the church that we came out of. A lot of women in ministry, both ordained and otherwise, come out of the church where we all met. And a lot of us who came out of that time period, we continue to support each other. We continue to uplift each other. We continue to help each other. And I know for me, that has been so meaningful, and that is a large part of the reason why I have had the successes I have had up to this date. When I look at every major moment in my life over the last 20 years, a woman from that circle or from that time either had a hand in my success or was there to support me as I walked through the door. And for that, I am so incredibly grateful. Sometimes I have these conversations about women supporting each other with my friends, with my colleagues, and with other people that I meet, not just other women, but men. Because men even ask sometimes, why are women so hard on each other? Why don't they support each other? And it's really a shame that we don't always support each other, not just in the church, but in all arenas, in corporate, and in the church, in whatever arena you can name. A lot of times we are the hardest on each other. We are harder on each other than even the brothers are, okay? Which is crazy. And I have grown to the place where I am so thankful for all of the support that I have received from the sisters who support me, and even the brothers who have come alongside me to use their influence and their access to help me go further in ministry, that there is no way that I would ever step on the neck of a sister who is coming up behind me or coming up alongside of me, and there's no way that I wouldn't support a sister who has gone ahead of me, that perhaps I can help in her work or even learn something from her. Listen, we ought to be able to support each other and encourage each other. And let me say this, we have a lot of brilliant and talented sisters in ministry who can preach, who can teach, who are great administrators, but I don't care how well you can preach. I don't care that you can say it. I don't care that you can shut it down. I don't care that you got the sweetest hoop. If you are mean, if you are nasty, if you can't support other sisters who are trying to accomplish what you have accomplished and they are looking at you as an example, I don't care how great your skills are. Miss me with that if you don't know how to support other women in ministry or in corporate or in any arena. I'm just saying. I said it. But I want, on a positive note, to celebrate and acknowledge all of the women who are supporting other women wherever you are supporting them, either professionally, either in ministry, either in sorority life, in your community organizations. I salute all of you who are raising up other women, either young women or sisters who are coming alongside you or supporting the work of those who are ahead of you. I think that is exactly what we ought to do. Okay, we cannot be fighting each other and then turn around and talk about the brothers won't let us in. Of course the brothers won't let us in. I wouldn't let us in either if we are fighting each other. But instead, let me talk about all of the ways that I have felt celebrated and supported, particularly in these last 6 months. I want to shout out all of my sisters who, of course, celebrated my initiation into Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. All of my sisters who made it happen and encouraged me along the way. I want to shout out all of the sisters who supported me along my educational journey and my journey in ministry. And most importantly, I want to shout out all of the sisters who I share in ministry with in this time and season, whether we are serving at the same church or we just part of the same denomination, or our paths just happen to cross and we get to share a word and encourage each other. Let me tell you, I have been truly blessed to have so many great and wonderful, brilliant, and powerful women in my life, okay? And the wonderful thing that I love is that we don't mind calling each other when we need help. My phone rang earlier today. Just a few hours ago, I got to talk to one of my sisters in ministry who is pastoring up, I want to say up in Pennsylvania, and she had a question about something, and we got to chatting or whatever and sharing ideas. And that just made me feel so alive. Like I wasn't even feeling well this morning, but after I got off the phone with her, just having that conversation just lifted my mood and even made me feel better despite not feeling well physically. So I want to encourage us. I don't care if you are in ministry, if you are in corporate, what you do for a living, what organizations you are a part of, where you spend your time, what circles you flow in, I encourage you to encourage somebody else. Help them, equip them, teach them what you know, share with them some of your resources, because guess what? When you do that for other people, when you share with other people, it comes back to you, and God sends people your way to share with you, to equip you, to encourage you, and to strengthen you. So that's really all I wanted to share today. I hope you all are good, and don't forget to write your life and live it.